And we are back. It's another one from the Critics Collective. Now, I just want to say before we jump into what we're going to talk about, Nosferatu, if I'm saying it correctly, brand new movie just came out. If you're into vampires, you're into dead people with a little bit of a sexy background from what I heard, check out what Mayte just talked about and what she rated the movie Baby Girl. That was like, hey, it is non-comparable to 50 Shades of Grey if you're trying to be in the mood. So just go check that video out. And while you're here, I don't want to say while you're doing it, because if you're doing it, that's something else. But we doing it, we here. Check out the long list of videos and reviews and stuff that we have. Hit the subscribe button, like, share, repost, tell a friend, and all that jazz. So, Mayte, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. Can't complain. So, being the host temporarily slash producer right now in this seat, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Nosferatu. And for this one, I'm gonna read off of IMDB before we go into impressions. And it says a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and a terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing an untold horror in its wake. Does that sound accurate about kind of what that movie's about?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
accurate.
Okay. So what would be your first impressions of this movie?
Honestly, my first impression, I thought it was
That
gonna be
smile
more.
just
I thought it was gonna be scarier than it was gonna be, but I thought it was gonna be scary. So I was like, okay. I thought it was gonna be more horror until when I realized more of the plot of what Nosferatu is. I was like, oh, okay, this is more something a little different. So I'm like, I wanted to see where it was gonna go. So I was just more curious.
okay. 50 Shades of Dead. Got you. I didn't see the movie, but my first impression, I'm looking at like I saw the trailer. Just sometimes we watch the trailers just to let you guys know what we're thinking. But I was like, what are they doing with it? Because it looked scary. The first trailer I saw, I was like, oh,
Hmm.
I ain't watching this shit or whatever. It's like, but then I started seeing other trailers. I'm like, yo, are they sexing in this? It made me think of like Scary Movie 3, where the girl is getting fucked by an invisible ghost all up and down the room. And I'm like, what are we getting for this? So, with that being said, what are the pros and cons after you just watched this movie?
So cons, lows. I don't know. For me, I know it's a gothic tale, but I don't like when the scenery is too dark and I'm trying to see the shadows, I see silhouettes. That's not really too much my thing. I like to be able to see what's on the screen, what's going on. But I think it was actually very realistic in the gothic tale where it's very dark. The lighting very played a part into how I wouldn't say menacing, but more disturbing in the sense of eerie. It was very eerie vibe.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess that was a high. I liked how it kind of you did get that gothic feel. Let me see. Low, I mean, it's it is what it is, the movie, you know. I, it's good. It's a good movie. I think the pacing was a little slow. There was like hints of comedic relief, so I was a little thrown off by that. Um, I wanted a little bit more backstory as to how we got to where we got to.
Hmm.
Um, like why she did what she did in the first place. That's my thing. Like, girl. But as far as the plot, it was done well. I want somebody to be down bad like that for me.
Ride or die, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see the
Literally.
the thing that I think is interesting for you guys, the viewers, is if you go back and check her review for Baby Girl, she was like, there was nothing left. There was nothing to
Mm-hmm.
talk about. It was all great. Go watch it again. Over now, she's like, with this one, it
It's
just
it's not baby girl.
see. So I'm go check out that review. Go check out that movie. Let us know in the comments how to feel. Maybe you've seen both. Maybe you saw 50 Shades and you read it. I don't know. But if you could give us like just kind of a glimpse, what was a con from again, what Baby Girl is just overshadowed everything. You thought of a con for Baby Girl where you're like, man, if I did say something about Baby Girl, it would be what?
So for her to be so willing to do what she was gonna do comparing to the man she had before, I would have thought they would have made him a little bit more better looking than
Mm.
like an actual like creature. He had he had a good talk game. I could say that. He knew
He
what
was
to
risen.
say, and
Okay.
I feel like any other woman would have been like, he really got me with those words.
Yeah, it don't matter if his credit is
Yeah.
bad. It don't matter if he got multiple kids. It don't matter if he ain't got a place to
Centuries
stay.
old. But I probably should have watched Baby Girl Different Day.
I knew it. That's why I just did the ratings. I'm like, here we go. We're doing the ratings, y'all. We go from a 0 all the way to 5. We want to make sure that you're not dead. We want to make sure you're undead, but in a good way. Make sure you put in the comments, what did you think of this movie? Is it Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Is it something more? Is it is it Edward and the rest of them for Twilight? Like, what is this movie for you, getting your juices flowing in the right directions? Okay. But before Mayte gives the ratings, we want to remind you here at the Critics Collective to subscribe, like, repost, all that stuff inside. It lets other people know we're a brand new channel. Just started in October, you know? So just help us out. Show somebody else the way. So with that being said, Mayte, what is your rating?
This is a little bit of a tough one, but I feel like I might get canceled for this. But
No. It's a safe place. We try to give real reviews here. It's a
I
safe place. Go.
know. I just feel like I don't know if Baby Girl is pushing me to this number, but I feel like this is a 3
Ooh. Okay,
for
okay.
me. I
But
feel like it could have been a 4,
mhm.
but there's just certain things. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's a little bit of necrophilia. It's just
But if she consents to it, I mean, don't we all have a little kink or
did
something?
she
So if
though?
she, I don't know, I didn't see the movie. I'm just, I don't want nobody. If you talk about canceling for you, I don't want nobody to come at me.
I
All right,
don't
I'm
know.
saying if the person consents and they sign it, and you just like, Kobe, and it's fair game. But
I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna stick to 3. There could have been a little bit more, her like, a little bit better dictations, just
better
certain things.
dictation.
Yeah, but like there were some times I'm like, when you see certain movies, you're like, I wish I had subtitles.
Hmm. Oh,
Not
okay.
only did I need the brightness, I needed the subtitles too. So I'm like, so
Oh,
I'm like, there was just certain scenes. I'm like, you could have did like. I understand it was very realistic lighting, but I want to see. I want to see the movie.